Hi, thanks for tuning in. We are coming to you live with updates that we just had about the swearing-in ceremony. 43 ministers have been sworn into the Council of Ministers. And let's dive right in, give you the names and the states they're from. There's a healthy balance of people from across regions of the country. However, there is a thrust on states that are headed to the polls, for example, Uttar Pradesh. So let's get started. Narayan Rane has been sworn in. There's Sarvananda Sonowal, who was the former Chief Minister of Assam, replaced by Himanta Biswa Sarma, now accommodated in the Council of Ministers, in the Union Cabinet, in fact. There's Dr. Virendra Kumar, who's been accommodated. Jyotiraj Scindia, of course, has also now become part of the government. The huge blow he gave to the Congress on switching to the BJP, now he's being rewarded by a cabinet rank. Now we have Ramchandra Prasad Singh, who is from the JDU, joining in Team Modi. Ashwini Vaishya is a Rajya Sabha MP from Odisha. We have Pashupati Paras, who's the LJP ally. Allies also have been accommodated, and remember, Paras has recently had a huge falling out with his nephew Chirag Paswan, the son of Ram Vilas Paswan. Pashupati Paras is the brother of the late Ram Vilas Paswan. He's been accommodated in the cabinet. We have Kiran Rijiju, the sports independent MOS in charge of sports ministry. He's been elevated, gets a cabinet rank now. In fact, Kiran Rijiju joins the ranks of others like Hardeep Puri. There is Anurag Thakur, who have been elevated for their good performance. There have been extensive reviews going on for weeks and culminating just yesterday and on Sunday when these names were finalized. So after Kiran Rijiju, there's Rajkumar Singh, who was a former IAS Home Secretary, MOS Independent of Power Ministry. He's also been elevated to the cabinet rank. He has a lot of good work behind him. So that's another one of those performing type of candidates that have been accommodated in the Modi cabinet. Hardeep Singh Puri, of course, a former IFS, MOS Independent Civil Aviation and Housing and Urban Development Minister. He has done exemplary work during the COVID crisis. He was at the helm of affairs when all these stranded Indians from overseas were coming back, were trying to come back to India. So he was at the helm of all those missions to get them back safely to the country. He's been proactive about the flight plans, about air bubbles with other countries. So that performance is being rewarded now. He gets elevated to the cabinet. Mansukh Mandavia, an important leader from Gujarat. He was MOS Ports, now being elevated. Bhupendra Yadav is a new minister. Purushottam Rupala is MOS Agriculture, now elevated. G. Kishan Reddy, a big name from Andhra Pradesh, MOS Home, is now elevated to cabinet rank. We have Anurag Thakur, like I told you, MOS Finance is also elevated. Pankaj Chaudhary is a Kurmi leader from Uttar Pradesh. He's a new minister. And again, being from Uttar Pradesh, a poll-bound state, crucial one next year, these are some of the leaders to watch out for. Anupriya Patel, an ally, Apna Dal ally, is now a new member as MOS. We have Dr. S.P. Singh Baghel, also accommodated as an MOS. Next, we have Shobha Karanlaje from Karnataka, who has been included. Remember, there was Sadanand Gowda, another big face from Karnataka, who was dropped. So now in her place, MP from Karnataka, Shobha Karanlaje, has been included. There's Bhanu Pratap Singh Verma, who's a Kori leader, who's a Dalit leader from Uttar Pradesh. He's a professional, qualified lawyer. So there are several professionals also on Team Modi who have made the cut. They bring their extensive experiences and that will contribute to their various ministries and departments. So next we have Darshana Vikram Jardosh, who's a Lok Sabha MP from Surat. Meenakshi Lekhi, a prominent lawyer and a prominent women's face in the BJP. She's one of the only faces over here from Delhi who've been accommodated on the Union Council of Ministers. She, remember, recently she made news over the last few years for going to the Supreme Court against Rahul Gandhi and getting him to apologize over remarks he made on the Rafale deal. We have Annapurna Devi, who's a Lok Sabha MP from Jharkhand, who was MOS Mines and Geology at the very young age of 30. She has also been included in the as a minister. A. Narayanaswamy is a BJP MP from Karnataka. He's a Dalit face who's also been accommodated, another MP from Karnataka there. Apart from that, we have Kaushal Kishore, a Lok Sabha MP from Uttar Pradesh, Ajay Bhatt, an MP from Uttarakhand, which again is another election-bound state. There have been quite an upheaval in that state, 3 chief ministers in a couple of years, and it's a crucial state, and this name is to be watched out for. An MP being included, a minister being included from Uttarakhand, while Pokhriyal, who was also from Uttarakhand, being dropped. B.L. Verma is a MP from Uttar Pradesh. He was part of the parliamentary panel on OBC welfare. So there is a healthy balance of ministers being included who have a scheduled caste or other backward classes background. Ajay Kumar also has been inducted. Dev Singh Chauhan is an MP from Gujarat. Bhagwant Khuba is an MP from Karnataka, another MP from Karnataka there, belongs to the very electorally important Lingayat community. He's a prominent leader in Karnataka. Remember, the Karnataka Chief Minister, B.S. Yediyurappa, is also a Lingayat, from the Lingayat community. And despite the various rebellions in the BJP in the southern state, he remains at the helm of affairs because of his belonging to this very important community. Kapil Patil is an MP from Maharashtra. He has a strong grassroots connect, and he's also a member of several standing committees in the parliament. In fact, he also had humble beginnings. He climbed the ladder in order to now reach the Union Cabinet, now reach the Council of Ministers. He started all the way down from the level of a Sarpanch. Next, we have Pratima Bhomik, an interesting face. Again, she's from Tripura. She's an MP from Tripura. And she has a very humble background, practices agriculture. And this is her first time as an MP. So her being included is a very interesting thing to note. What kind of role she gets is also going to be closely watched. Dr. Subhash Sarkar is an MP from West Bengal. And he's from the Bankura district, Bankura of West Bengal. He's a gynecologist, and he's also a board member of AIIMS Kalyani. Dr. Bhagwat Karad is an MP from Maharashtra. He's been the mayor of Aurangabad twice. Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh is an MP from Manipur, another representation from the northeast after Pratima Bhomik. Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh is a PhD in geography. He has several books on environment, and also Manipur is another one of the states going to the polls, and therefore this induction is worth noting. Dr. Bharti Pawar is another doctor on the list of the new ministers. MP, she's an MP from Maharashtra. She was awarded the Best Woman Parliamentarian in 2019, a part of several standing committees as well. Now, Bharti Pawar, after Subhash Sarkar, these are two new doctors that have been inducted onto Team Modi at the time of a pandemic and at the time that the Health Minister Harshvardhan himself has resigned. Visheshwar Turu is an MP from Odisha. He's a qualified engineer. This is his first term as an MP. Shantanu Thakur is from the Mathua community. That's a very prominent community in West Bengal. And he's an MP also from West Bengal. And he's been inducted. The Mathua community is in fact 30 lakhs strong. So that holds a lot of electoral benefits there. So his induction is important. We also have Munjapara Mahendra Bhai, who's an MP from Gujarat. And this is the third name that is a prominent doctor, a qualified doctor. He has served 30 years as a cardiologist. Besides that, we have John Barla, who's also been inducted. He's another MP, a tribal leader, tribal face from West Bengal. We have Dr. L. Murugan as well, and Nishit Pramanik. Nishit Pramanik is also a prominent tribal representative, a tribal leader. So these were the 43 new ministers who were inducted today. Like I've been telling you, what is to be watched out for is that the new team, Modi's new team for New India, as it's being touted, has a healthy balance of a lot of professionals who bring their experience in their respective fields and are expected to contribute their experiences to the departments and ministries that they'll be serving. What is to be looked out for, specifically at this time, is the number of doctors who've also been included on Team Modi. The names that I just read out to you, including Dr. Bharti Praveen Pawar, there was Dr. Subhash Sarkar, and Dr. Munjapara Mahendra Bhai. They can make rich contributions at the time of a pandemic. Dr. Harshvardhan resigned as the health minister. We will be keeping a watch out on who replaces him and who gets what portfolio, but it is to be noted that a lot of professionals have made the cut to Team Modi. There are lawyers, there are doctors, there are engineers, and there are former civil servants. There is healthy representation from all states, but Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, several other states going to the polls have got a clear thrust. So these were the latest updates that we have from the oath ceremony. As and when we get more details on who gets what portfolio, we will get back to you. However, between the announcement of the 43 names that are going to take oath today, earlier this afternoon, and between then and the oath taking ceremony at 6 p.m., there were big resignations as well from the Modi government, from the ministers of law, the Minister of Environment, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Prakash Javadekar, respectively, resigned. That was the latest that happened right before the oath-taking ceremony. Of course, Harshvardhan has resigned. The Labour Minister resigned. Education Minister, two very important, the Labour Ministry, the Education Ministry, two very important ministries do not have a leader as of now. One of the names that have been inducted today will probably take on their roles going forward. They have big challenges to face. It's also being said that many of the ministers who were dropped today may have been either dropped for political reasons, keeping in mind the Uttar Pradesh elections in 2022. They may also have been dropped for underperformance. So there were three ministries especially that were really scrutinized. That was, of course, the health ministry at the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Then there was, of course, the labor ministry, when there was this huge migrant exodus from industrial cities and towns, many laborers making their way to hometowns, their villages, and not enough clarity, then not enough compensation, and therefore the labor minister's performance was under severe review. Besides that, education is very important. There are thousands of students at a juncture where they are moving on from schools to colleges, a big milestone in their lives, but they are facing a crisis because they don't know when their exams are going to happen. There was, for the longest time, no clarity on all of that. And however, even though things have begun moving now, there is a lot of things that need to be smoothened out, which will be the task of whoever assumes the role of the education minister next. So these three ministries were, of course, closely watched and will continue to be closely watched as we get updates on who's going to take on these very important roles. As far as allies are concerned, allies were also demanding a space in the Modi cabinet, in the government. So there are three from allies, as far as we know. There is one from JDU, one from LJP, and one from Apna Dal. The rest of the new ministers are all from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So these were the major updates that we had for you post the oath-taking ceremony. Going forward, we will come back to you with more details on who gets what. Until then, thanks for tuning in, and do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.